My beloved child, listen closely because this message cannot wait. Your soulmate's family is in a state of panic, and every heartbeat they carry trembles with the weight of decisions that will change everything. They have seen signs that you have not yet fully seen, and those signs are shaking them to their very core. They are whispering in late-night corners, their voices cracking with worry. They are pacing their homes, unable to sleep, wondering what will happen if the truth is finally revealed. Their fear is not ordinary. It is the kind that rises only when destiny stands at the door. The panic is not against you, but about you. They know their child's heart belongs to you, yet tradition, expectations, and unseen hands are pulling them in opposite directions. And now, they fear losing both control and the very foundation of their family name. Their panic comes because they sense the marriage cannot be delayed much longer. Every conversation they have inevitably returns to you. Each silence in their home resonates with your name. They understand that fate has forged this bond, yet earthly trials are testing its strength. Type Amen to receive blessing 333. Your soulmate has been unwavering in their defense of you. Even amidst adversity, they stand resolutely affirming their loyalty and affection. However, their family feels the scrutiny of the world around them, neighbors, relatives, and society, which contributes to their disquiet. Archangel Michael assures us that their anxiety is merely the shadow cast before the light. What they mistake for fear is actually the disintegration of old systems, making way for a divine union that cannot be impeded. Their trembling hands will soon be compelled to release their resistance. Each secret discussion they hold about you only tightens the grip of fate. Every tear shed nourishes the soil for your union to flourish. Their greatest fear is that their control is waning and the divine plan is relentless. Thus, it is essential not to succumb to doubt. Their anxiety does not signal an end, but rather a breakthrough. When human fear escalates, it is often an indication that something greater is already destined. Type Amen to receive blessing 444. My beloved, your soulmate's family feels the tug-of-war between their traditions and your destiny. They are anxious because losing this battle would mean losing their influence forever. Yet, they fail to see that love has already transcended their control. Conversations that once bristled with resistance will soon shift. A family member who appeared opposed to you will begin to soften their stance, whispering words you never anticipated. This is a subtle indication of divine intervention on your behalf. Archangel Michael advises, do not be alarmed by their anxiety. Though they tremble, they are unwittingly paving the way. The chaos they experience is merely the breaking of chains that sought to keep two souls apart. The union they dread is precisely the union blessed by heaven. When the moment arrives, their panic will transform into quiet acceptance, for no family can override divine timing. Type Amen to receive blessing 555. My beloved child, remain present and do not let your focus waver. For the storm surrounding your soulmate's family is not abating, it is intensifying. Their anxiety has escalated to a point where even minor interactions escalate into heated disputes, and moments of silence feel explosive. They grasp at anything that might delay what they realize is inevitable. One family elder is restless, pacing at night and sowing doubts among others. Another may appear composed, yet their eyes betray an unease, as if hiding a truth too immense to bear alone. The atmosphere in their home is thick with tension, as if each corner is bracing for a revelation. Your soulmate deeply senses this heaviness, carrying it like a weight upon their chest. Nevertheless, regardless of the pressure they endure, their soul draws back to you, their heart steadfast in honoring the bond ordained by heaven. Each conflict only fortifies their unspoken vow to safeguard what the two of you share. Their anxiety does not stem from doubt in your love. Rather, it arises from a fear of relinquishing control. They perceive that the union heaven has decreed cannot be halted, and this realization is more daunting than anything else. What they do not comprehend is that surrender is the only viable path forward. Type Amen to receive blessing 666. Behind closed doors, their conversations revolve around the same names, the same fears, the same endless hypothetical scenarios. They fret about societal judgment and reputation, yet deep down, they know these concerns cannot overshadow destiny. They grapple not only with you, but also with their own conscience. Some family members quietly admire your strength and presence, even if they have yet to vocalize it. They recognize that you are no ordinary individual and that your connection with their child possesses a power they cannot overlook. The facade of panic they exhibit belies a gradual softening of their hearts. Archangel Michael states, "The louder their anxiety, the closer the breakthrough becomes." This represents the final stand before their barriers crumble. What appears as fear is merely the sound of chains snapping one after another. While their family may feel as if they are losing everything, they are, in reality, gaining something everlasting, a bond so robust that no tradition, gossip, or resistance can dismantle it. Type Amen to receive blessing 777. My beloved, pay attention to the subtle signs, as heaven is already at work through them. An unexpected message, a shift in tone, or a glance filled with newfound warmth are not mere coincidences. These are indicators that the panic is evolving into quiet acceptance. Your soulmate finds themselves caught between two opposing forces, the pressure of familial expectations and the flame of divine love. Yet, their spirit leans towards you, recognizing that losing you would bring far greater anguish than losing their family's approval. This is why they remain resolute, even amidst internal trembling. The family's anxiety may peak as they attempt to propose alternative paths, other choices, or different names, but this is a manifestation of desperation, not destiny. Such attempts will ultimately falter, for nothing they contrive can supplant what heaven has already ordained in your favor. Soon, the very anxiety they experience will transform into an undeniable awakening. To resist your union is to resist heaven itself, and no one can triumph over the divine plan. Type Amen to receive blessing 888. My beloved child, draw closer, for the storm has not faded. It is merely sharpening into its most intense form. Your soulmate's family feels as though they are losing their hold on the very ground beneath them. They become more desperate, their words more severe, and their meetings increasingly urgent, for they instinctively understand that heaven's hand is already moving more swiftly than their own. Every time they attempt to confront the situation, circumstances slip away like sand through unsteady fingers. One voice articulates a fear of external judgment, apprehension about change, and doubt about the opinions of others. However, such words seem empty compared to the unwavering force of destiny. What they perceive as panic is, in truth, the sound of heavenly forces dismantling the barriers they have constructed. Your soulmate stands resolutely amidst this tempest, their heart racing yet intact. They acknowledge the voices and feel the pressure, yet their spirit resonates with one undeniable truth. You are the choice, the connection, the blessing they cannot repudiate. Even as their family quakes in anguish, your soulmate holds you in their heart like a sacred flame. With each passing day, the anxiety intensifies as time runs out. They realize that marriage is no longer a mere possibility, but a divine certainty. This realization compels them to confront truths long evaded, understanding that no amount of resistance, delay, or excuses can alter what has been destined. Whispers circulate among their kin, some fraught with fear, others tinged with envy, and some burdened with resignation. A cousin endeavors to instill doubt, yet their attempts only highlight their insecurities. An elder reluctantly confesses that, regardless of their attempts to sway the situation, their child's heart undeniably belongs to you, and no force can change that. Beneath the surface of their panic lies a shared secret. They are aware that this marriage transcends mere partnership. It represents a destiny poised to reshape future generations. Your presence is perceived as a force of transformation, sparking terror in those entrenched in traditional patterns. Yet, transformation is precisely what is dictated by the heavens. Archangel Michael reassures, do not be disheartened by their turmoil. The distress of humanity serves as preparation for the divine. What appears as resistance is merely the breaking of a shell before the emergence of something sacred. Your soulmate experiences this struggle acutely, yet they also feel the protective embrace of the heavens guiding them. Their tears are not born of fear, but of profound love for you, for the anticipated future, and for the promise that they refuse to relinquish. The more you attune to this situation, the clearer the narrative unfolds. This panic is not random. It is a strategic evolution orchestrated by the divine. Their late-night disputes, restless pacing, and anxious glances across the dinner table do not signify victories against you. Rather, they indicate a spirit burdened by an insurmountable weight. The very walls of their home resonate with your name, as every corner of their lives is now permeated by destiny. The sense of panic sharpens when they encounter the unwavering love in their child's gaze. No matter how many names they whisper or alternative paths they propose, they find the same immutable truth reflected back at them. Your role in their story is already inscribed. They fear that while they can attempt to delay, they cannot deny what has been divinely ordained. Some observe quietly, recognizing the truth as others succumb to panic. Though they may not voice this knowledge, their hearts gradually lean towards acceptance, softening day by day. They perceive a newfound radiance in your soulmate whenever they think of you, causing even the most skeptical among them to notice the light. This panic signifies a pivotal breaking point, the sound of old ways collapsing, the dissolution of resistance, the final plea before yielding. Once this surrender occurs, it will surge forth unimpeded and undeniable. Your soulmate may feel torn, but their strength remains unparalleled. They hear the panic and sense the weight of expectation, yet they choose you in silence, without fail each day. Even in moments of intense familial pressure, their heart continues to silently affirm your name as a shield. The family has sought allies against this union, but each attempt has ultimately come back to silence. The individuals they turn to for support hesitate, perceiving that a greater force is at play. Even outsiders recognize that this connection is extraordinary. It is heaven's flame burning vibrantly. Archangel Michael reminds, let their panic rise, for it precedes the calm. Do not allow their clamor to weaken your resolve. This chaos serves as a divine reshaping of their hearts. Your soulmate's tears are sacred, tears of longing, tears of love, nurturing the soil of a future that is already beginning to bloom. Their spirit remains steadfast, and even as they traverse difficult paths, they will walk directly towards you. The panic felt within their family has reached a critical juncture. As they exhaust their excuses, strategies, and time, the walls they built to shield themselves from you are crumbling one by one. They know it is only a matter of days before the truth comes to light. In secret gatherings, their voices rise, their hands shake as they seek ways to halt what has already been ordained. Yet, every plan disintegrates, every scheme turns to dust, because the blueprint of the heavens surpasses their fears. Though their panic is pronounced, their power is dwindling. Your soulmate senses everything: the whispers, the glares, the attempts to maintain control. Yet, with each passing moment, their courage swells. They no longer bend beneath the pressure, but stand resolutely, their love for you radiating fiercely, immune to any storm. This explains their family's unease. Their voices falter, their anxieties escalate. They recognize they are losing a battle, not against you, but against destiny itself. Their hearts are unsettled because they cannot contend with the sovereignty of the divine. In the near future, a shift is imminent. The individual who has been most oppositional towards you will suddenly grow silent, their resistance shattering like fragile glass. Another individual who appeared to be aloof will unexpectedly come forward with words of support, as if touched by divine inspiration. This shift will bewilder the rest of the family, amplifying their anxiety. They will struggle to comprehend how hearts that were once hardened could suddenly become warm. Yet, you will recognize this as the guiding hand of the divine at work. The very panic that once sought to hinder you will transform into a catalyst for new opportunities. Archangel Michael reassures us: do not fear the commotion. The anxiety you observe is merely the rattling of chains before they are shattered. Each cry, every restless step, and each sleepless night signifies that a breakthrough is imminent. Your soulmate has already chosen you in their heart. The union they are anxious about is preordained, etched in the stars and time. Eventually, their family will have no option but to embrace what has been divinely orchestrated. I urge you to affirm with Amen to receive blessings 1616. My cherished child, the turmoil within their home is spreading rapidly, affecting every aspect of their conversations, every exchanged glance at the dinner table, and every whisper exchanged at night that refuses to be silenced. They endeavor to maintain composure in front of outsiders, yet the truth is gnawing at them from the inside out. They are acutely aware that they are on the verge of a seismic shift, and no lock placed upon the door will prevent its opening. The younger members of the family observe silently, acutely sensing the tension without daring to speak. They witness their elders moving restlessly from room to room, as if awaiting news they cannot evade. Even the very walls of their home seem to bear the weight of secrets that can no longer be concealed. Your soulmate is acutely aware of this stifling atmosphere day in and day out. Nevertheless, amid this chaos, their heart beats solely for you. Their courage is not waning. Rather, it is intensifying, transforming into an unassailable shield of love. The panic they experience is an indication of their impending defeat. What they truly fear is not you, but the loss of control and the disintegration of the authority they believed would last indefinitely. Heaven is reauthoring the narrative, and their tremors are the echo of surrender approaching. I encourage you to affirm with Amen to receive blessings 1717. My beloved child, the panic is now at its loudest, reaching a point where even minor incidents ignite fierce arguments. A poorly timed word, a lingering gaze, a sudden silence. All these contribute to the unrest pervading their home. They are aware that they are on the brink of something irrevocable, and their fear of losing control engulfs them. During the night, their minds remain restless. They replay conversations, calculate various outcomes, and imagine scenarios in which they could manipulate fate to their advantage. However, each time they attempt to devise a plan, the divine intervenes, scattering their aspirations to dust. Their panic reverberates as a harbinger of defeat before they even engage in the struggle. Your soulmate is weighed down by the pressure, yet the strength of their love sustains them. When they think of you, a wave of strength floods through them, and every effort to diminish them only fortifies their resolve. They sense the divine beside them, whispering words of courage, reassuring them that love marked by destiny cannot be erased. The family perceives this resilience, and it instills dread within them. Their panic arises from the realization that they can no longer dictate their child's heart. Every attempt to divert them only serves to draw them closer to you, and this realization rattles them to their core. I encourage you to affirm with Amen, to receive blessings 1818. At this juncture, their panic transforms into desperation. They may turn to external parties, relatives, or old friends in an attempt to sway your soulmate, but to no avail. The more they enlist in this effort, the more it becomes evident that they are outmatched not by mere mortals, but by celestial beings. A shift is already taking place. One voice within the family that once opposed you has begun to show signs of weakening, displaying fractures in their stance. Another individual who has remained silent will soon voice unexpected support, surprising everyone present. Heaven is sowing seeds of change in the most unexpected of places. Archangel Michael imparts wisdom. Do not gauge your future by their uproar. The panic currently unfolding is the last tempest before tranquility returns. When stillness arrives, it will be filled with acceptance, blessings, and peace that cannot be taken away. Your soulmate will navigate this storm with unyielding love. Their spirit is forever tied to yours, their destiny sealed with yours, and no panic can sever that connection. Their family may tremble, but you will rise. I encourage you to affirm with Amen, to receive blessings 1919. My cherished child, the tension within their family has escalated to a point where each breath feels labored, and every room is thick with unspoken sentiments. They attempt to disguise their fear with anger, but beneath their raised voices lies an undeniable tremor. Panic has become their shadow. It follows them everywhere they go. One member of the family, once so bold, now avoids direct eye contact when the subject of marriage arises. Another, who always had the loudest opinion, now finds their throat tightening with silence. They are beginning to see that their panic is useless, for no amount of resistance can undo what has already been sealed. Your soulmate feels caught in a web of pressure, yet they carry your name in their heart like a shield. Each time they face their family's unrest, their spirit whispers, I choose you. And with every whispered vow, heaven strengthens them even more. The panic grows because they see their grip slipping away. They try to hold on, but love has proven stronger than tradition, stronger than pride, stronger than fear. Their panic is not the sign of victory. It is the sign of surrender drawing closer. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. My beloved, watch how heaven works in silence. A sudden conversation will turn in your favor. A family member who once seemed against you will unexpectedly soften, and an unseen ally will step forward with courage. The panic will turn into confusion, and confusion will turn into reluctant acceptance. The louder they cry now, the faster their resistance will collapse. For the fire they are trying to fight with is already burning out, while your fire of love is only growing brighter. Their panic is simply the breaking sound of walls falling apart. Archangel Michael says, you must stay unshaken. Let them panic. Let them cry. Let them resist. None of it can stop the hand of heaven. Soon their fear will turn into silence, and that silence will open the way for blessings. Your soulmate is ready to stand in that silence with you. Their heart is steadfast, their love is unwavering, and their destiny is tied forever to yours. No panic can undo what heaven has already written. Type Amen to get blessing 2121. My beloved child, the pressure inside. Their family has become unbearable, like a storm trapped within four walls. Every whisper turns into an argument, every silence turns into suspicion, and every plan they try to make collapses before it can even begin. Their panic is louder now because they know the end of their resistance is near. One by one, their defenses are breaking. A relative who once swore they would never allow this union now finds their voice shaking with doubt. Another who always stood in opposition suddenly grows quiet because even they can feel heaven's hand moving in ways too strong to deny. The panic that once united them is now dividing them. Your soulmate, standing in the middle of all this, feels both the weight and the fire. Their body may be weary, but their spirit has become unbreakable. The more the panic rises around them, the more they cling to you, because their heart knows that love is the only truth that cannot be silenced. Their family panics because they see the strength. They know they cannot sway it. They cannot bend it. They cannot destroy it. Every attempt to control has failed, and now they stand trembling, not because of you, but because destiny has already chosen for them. Type Amen to get blessing 2222. In their desperation, they may attempt one last move, one final push to stop what is coming. But that move will backfire because heaven has already written the script, and every action they take only leads you both closer to union. Their panic is their undoing. Even the younger voices in the family will begin to question the constant unrest. They will ask why love should cause so much fear, why happiness should be fought against so fiercely. These quiet questions will open cracks in the walls that resistance tried to build. Archangel Michael says, "Every moment of chaos is only the breaking of chains." Their loudest cries are their last cries. And once those cries fade, what will remain is silence. The kind of silence that carries peace, blessing, and surrender. Your soulmate feels that silence approaching. Even now, their faith is locked on you. Their steps are drawn toward you, and no panic can stand in the way. Their love is not only unshaken, it is eternal. Type Amen to get blessing 2323.